unless you're going to go in there and let her punch you without you punching her at all, without you trying to win at all, without you competing, you just want to be a punching bag, unless that's what you talk about doing. Here are the scenarios.
Claressa Shields got a real big problem, as Alycia Baumgardner is apparently going to press charges on Claressa Shields for assault.
Yeah, I think it's important to give a young woman advice to know what it is to stand in power, what it is to trust your power, what it is to be still and to follow through when things get hard, when things don't seem to go your way. I think it's important to really mentor the same way I was poured into somebody else, because it really goes a long way.
What does this mean moving forward for both fighters? Well, one, Claressa can't go to MVP events anymore, but seeing that MVP controls like a huge swath of the top female talent, it might make it a little harder for fights for her to get made if they go ahead and decide to work together in co-promoting a fight or one of their fighters that Claressa wants to fight when she moves back down divisions. I believe her last fight has been at 175 and heavyweight, if I stand correctly.
Picture reaching the very top of your sport, becoming undisputed and appearing impossible to stop, only to suddenly find yourself pushed away from the biggest spotlight overnight. That is the situation boxing star Claressa Shields is now dealing with. In a shocking decision that sent waves through the combat sports world, Jake Paul's MVP Promotions reportedly handed Shields a lifetime ban after a heated backstage confrontation with rival Alycia Baumgardner turned physical. This went far beyond ordinary pre-fight trash talk. The situation escalated inside a VIP area, a physical blow was allegedly exchanged, and the aftermath exploded across the boxing community. Adding another layer to the drama, Stephen A. Smith, who already shares a long and tense history with Claressa Shields, responded to the controversy in a way many are calling the biggest twist of all.
She's the pound-for-pound king in women's boxing. I don't want to rain on Claressa Shields' parade because I want her to get whatever she wants. I got a lot of respect.
The controversy erupted during a major fight event filled with superstar personalities and celebrity guests from across the sports world. Inside an exclusive VIP section, far from the control of officials or security inside the arena, the ongoing tension between Shields and Baumgardner finally exploded. After the two champions encountered each other, a verbal confrontation quickly intensified into something far more serious. Blurry phone footage that later surfaced online captured the chaotic scene as witnesses watched in shock. In the middle of the confrontation, Shields suddenly moved toward Baumgardner and appeared to throw a strike directly in front of the surrounding crowd.
Get out of the way. I want to get in there. No. World star. Not right now. I'll referee. I'm calling her to get referee.
The internet may thrive on viral confrontations, but Jake Paul's MVP Promotions reportedly took the situation extremely seriously. Soon after the footage spread across social media, the promotion released a firm public response condemning the incident. In a decisive move, the company announced that Claressa Shields would no longer be permitted to attend future MVP events. The message made their position unmistakably clear. While intense trash talk and heated rivalries are often part of promoting fights, physically confronting another athlete in a private setting crossed a boundary they were unwilling to accept. MVP reportedly argued that Shields' actions caused serious harm to the public image of women's boxing, undermining a sport they claim to have invested heavily in promoting and expanding. According to the promotion, the incident represented more than just a moment of bad judgment. This was not presented as a short-term punishment or brief suspension. Instead, it became a complete ban, effectively shutting one of boxing's biggest stars out from future involvement at their events.
But to see the women do it, go at it like this, I mean, I'm kind of stuck. Listen, I love Alycia. I love Claressa. There's a time and a place for this at this event. You know, that wasn't it. That wasn't it, Joe.
Yeah, hey, Ocho, you know damn well she was dead wrong. Man,
Absolutely.
Hey,
absolutely.
Listen.
They've been going at it for a minute, Joe. They've been going at it for a minute.
But look, though, in sports, what's the competitive edge if I got a person who is emotionally unstable, meaning if I say something, it's going to piss you off, then I'm going to continue to antagonize you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you don't put your damn hands on nobody.
Nah.
You know, unless we in the ring, but for you to haul off and slap that girl like that, come on, bro.
Yeah. That's wrong. That's wrong. I think at some point, and Joe, I think she's probably going to issue an apology. She's going to issue an apology once.
Man, what the hell apology you do?
I understand, Joe. I think at some...
I got to get
right. That's what I'm saying.
But listen, they can't fight each other. We talk about two completely different weight classes, you know? Two completely different weight classes.
Well, why would she...
I mean, Claressa says she'll go down, but Baumgardner going to have to come up at least.
Yeah, that's too much. It's impossible to make that fight happen. I think Claressa is gonna issue an apology at some point, say she's sorry, and I think they...
If anyone expected the ban to humble the undisputed champion, that assumption quickly fell apart. The situation intensified almost immediately after Alycia Baumgardner issued a sharp public response of her own. In her statement, she accused Shields of showing a repeated pattern of aggressive behavior and strongly suggested that legal authorities could become involved. Baumgardner made it clear she intended to address the matter through professional and legal channels, pushing the conflict beyond a boxing rivalry and toward what could become a serious legal dispute.
Together, she is the complete package. People love Alycia Baumgardner.
Yeah, you fucking with a married man at the end of the day.
Baumgardner is likable. She is very feminine. And most important, she is not messing with the married man.
You fucking with a married man at the end of the day.
On top of that, Alycia Baumgardner is one of the highest paid female boxers in the game. She is second to Amanda Serrano, the highest paid female boxer in the game.
Yeah, you fucking with a married man at the end of the day.
So when you see Miss Claressa Shields, the most accomplished fighter in the game, she gets mad as hell knowing damn well everybody loves Alycia Baumgardner. That's why she mad.
Yeah, you fucking with a married man at the end of the day. Let's do better.
And on top of that, Miss Claressa Shields is also mad that she is never gonna get signed to MVP, especially after what she just did.
Okay, Southpaw, it don't matter. Did I beat the best or not?
I got a right to my opinion, and I stand on what I say. Claressa Shields is a very class...
But Shields refused to step back from the situation. On her social media platforms, she responded directly, arguing that the entire incident was being exaggerated and taken out of context. From her perspective, Baumgardner was the one who initiated the verbal confrontation and escalated tensions, and she accused her of now attempting to portray herself as the victim to gain sympathy and shift public perception.
Anyway, as you saw on the tape, Claressa wound up there, cocked back, bop, right in the mouth for some confrontation that they're having. Now, let me tell you what my thoughts are on this, because Claressa then doubles down and she puts out a tweet which basically says, yeah, that's what you get when you messing around, when you mess with Claressa. Get the taste slapped out your mouth. Something to that effect. I'll put it up in the graphic in the video. But here's my thing, man. This is great promotion. It's great promotion. It really is. I love it. It's going to be good for Alycia Baumgardner. It's going to be good for Claressa Shields. It's going to be good for their careers. Because you know why? Because ratchet sells. A few years ago, I forget when they put that term to rest, right? Where you just have scantily dressed women over the top with loud mouths screaming back and forth, man. You see Krishan Rock going through that in the fights that she's having with these people in these real life, dramas. I really think that, these people are starting to plan these things out because they're basically being podcasters what do you call it? In real life, RIL podcasters, in real life podcasters, where like you see Alycia Baumgardner being filmed with, I think the guy's name is DDG, and she's doing live streams with him. She's in the boxing gym with him, right? They're kind of teaming up with with those type of streamers. You have Ryan Garcia, who you saw just last night do a live stream with Tekashi 6ix9ine. They're dressing just alike, and you see Adrian Bronner running around with Dean the Great, and and they're dressing alike. So it's just a big production that these guys are putting on, trying to get their name out there and trying to keep this conversation going, man, in this very, very, very how can you say, swamped media land. And the bigger a fool you act, the more attention that you're going to.
Stephen A. Smith weighing in on a major boxing controversy is nothing unusual, but his past relationship with Claressa Shields makes this situation far more charged. The two share a well-documented and tense history, which adds an extra layer of intensity to anything he says about her current turmoil.
Stop thinking about women and love and breasts and titties. It's a sport, bro. Don't nobody want to keep hearing that. It's like we are in a year of 2021. If you don't know that women are in sports yet, I don't know. I don't know where you've been. But when you speak about combat sports, to men who cannot hit the pads better than me, to men who cannot punch faster than me, punch harder than me, to men who cannot beat me up, please do not tell me you don't like seeing women box in the ring, or you don't like seeing women in combat sports. What, you don't like seeing this up in combat for sports because you can't do it? Because you don't know how to fight? That's what it all boils down to for me. I think that men who think that women shouldn't be in the ring fighting are upset because they cannot fight. I don't know any other way to put it.
Years earlier, Shields publicly confronted Stephen A. Smith in a highly charged moment, sharply criticizing his commentary on women's boxing. She accused him of being biased in his remarks about female fighters, ridiculed his understanding of what it takes to compete in the ring, and forcefully challenged his right to judge the sport. The exchange became a viral and uncomfortable moment, damaging his credibility in that discussion and leaving a lasting impression, with Shields framing his comments as rooted in discomfort with powerful women in combat sports.
So what do you like about men fighting? I mean, they all sweaty and they all muscular and they all laying on each other, and you like that? But you don't like women fighting each other, doing the exact same thing? Like, you would think you would want to see women do that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it just don't correlate with me. Like if you like boxing, no matter who's doing it. No matter who's doing it. So don't say, oh, you don't like when women do it because women are so nice, so fragile. Dudes are so nice and so fragile. What? Okay, dudes got muscles. So do I. I'm a girl. So I just rather people who don't know how to fight and don't know how to box, you just be quiet. Seriously. You just shut up. Especially if you don't know how to box better than me. For real, like, you can hit the pads. Like, I honestly seen Stephen A. Smith hit the pads. And that's why I think he don't like women's boxing. Because they got some women, a lot of them, who, especially the world champs like myself, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, a bunch of us, who box better than him. So he may be a little offended by that. But that don't mean that you tell us, oh, you don't like women in combat sports because you can't do it better than them.
On one side, MVP's decision is presented as justified, with the argument that physically attacking another professional in a VIP area is unacceptable and could not be allowed to go unpunished. However, another perspective points to what some see as inconsistency within combat sports. There have been past incidents involving male fighters engaging in violent or disruptive behavior, including brawls and public altercations, which still led to major fight opportunities and high-profile promotions. From this viewpoint, similar actions are treated differently depending on the situation and the individuals involved, raising debate over how discipline and consequences are applied across the sport.
Me personally, I would never get in Claressa Shields' face talking about I'm gonna beat your ASS, because what if she takes me up on that offer? Then what? Y'all saw how she slapped that lady? That was the slap heard around the world. I'm talking about no, your teacher, no! I gotta stay in my lane. I would have to say something like, I challenge you to an intellectual debate and exchange of ideas. So if y'all don't know what happened, Claressa Shields and Alycia Baumgardner have apparently been beefing online for a little minute now. They're both professional boxers. They end up seeing each other in person, and from the clips, it looked like it started off as regular boxer trash talk. Alycia was like, I'm gonna beat your ASS, and Claressa was like, beat who?
World star.
Not right now.
Now, mind you, there were people separating them already, security, people standing around, the whole thing. Then Claressa allegedly hauled off and slapped her. Now, a lot of people are criticizing Alycia because apparently after everything happened, she said, get my lawyer on the phone, charges and press. Y'all have to understand, everybody don't fight. Some people press charges. Now, in this case, Alycia actually does fight. She's literally a boxer, but no, it does not look like she tried to fight Claressa back. She probably didn't want to get banned from all events over a backstage altercation. And speaking of banned, yes, Claressa is apparently banned from attending future MVP events now. But yeah, from a legal perspective, if Alycia does press charges, it'll be for assault and battery, maybe even with a deadly weapon, because Claressa, those hands can be fatal. I don't know, but I will say, a lot of people feel like if you walk up to somebody saying, I'm going to beat your ASS, and then they Uno reverse, you don't get to feel bad. But I do have a solution. As the judge in this case, I've heard enough and I'm ready to pronounce my sentence. Alycia, you need to get your weight class up. Claressa, you need to get your weight class down, and y'all both need to get in the ring and settle this properly. And I do think Alycia deserves one complimentary free swing. I know Claressa did not sneak her technically, but they also weren't exactly squared up and ready to fight either. So that slap definitely came out of nowhere in my opinion. So I do feel like Alycia should get one freebie before the bell rings. Court is adjourned. Good luck to both parties. Next case.
The entire landscape of women's boxing has shifted in a matter of moments. What started as a private disagreement has now exploded into a public spectacle, ending in a lifetime ban, looming legal threats, and a media storm fueled by long-standing tensions. Claressa Shields is standing firm and refusing to apologize, while Alycia Baumgardner is pushing for accountability and consequences. At the same time, media personalities she once publicly challenged are now observing a situation that has taken a serious turn in reality. That brings this update to a close. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.